Why?
VTR 6094, Thriller, An Echo of Theresa, Part 1, Take 1.
Sweetheart, come here. You have to see this. Look, London. Big Ben, the Houses of Parliament, and down there, traffic on the left. Looks different by day, doesn't it?
Oh, different.
Yes?
Theresa.
Well, I've heard of Freudian slips, but that one, in front of a complete stranger, to come up with someone else's name.
I said
I can't.
We have to know more about this gear cutting device. Does it really cut down work as much as they say? And what are its limitations? Can it cut any kind of steel? And what about the soft metals?
No more questions.
Well, these are things I've got to know. What kind of setup do you have? How many can you turn out and in what time? And what are your manufacturing costs?
I said no more questions! You hear me? You won't get anything from me. Whatever you try, you won't get anything. Do you know why? Because you can't crack me. You understand? You can't crack me! Susie,
What is it? What's the matter with you?
I don't know. I'm tired. Me too. Go along Oxford Street. About halfway. Make a turn. There's a square.
Grosvenor Square, sir. Where the American Embassy is?
No.
I'd rather know the truth, Brad. It was in '67, wasn't it? Just before I had Tommy. You did that whistle-stop business tour of the East Coast, only you didn't stop there, did you? You went on to Europe and met this girl, Theresa, what's her name, and... I'd rather know.
There never was any Theresa. And I've never been to Europe before.
How did you know about... Oh, Brad. The fun second honeymoon.
Yeah. Well, there will be. I promise you. Look, I have to go down and make my apologies to Theresa, but when I'm through, I'm going to order us 2 tickets for a show.
Make it a very English show.
The accents will be so English you won't be able to understand a word.
Water and insults, if that's the way to clinch a deal with you.
Come in. Oh, would you mind mailing these for me, please?
Certainly, madam.
You see, the advantages of granting us a license to manufacture are manifold. This is the prospectus I've drawn up. Now, you don't have to carry any expenses in Europe at all, but at the same time, you draw a percentage on everything we make and sell. I'm not going to push. Well, not too hard, anyway. Take them, study them. Any comments you may have, jot them down, and we can thrash them out later.
I asked you for a scotch.
That's right, sir. It is Scotch.
With ice?
On the rocks, yes, sir.
Take it away.
Sir?
I said take it away.
Mr. Hunt tried to...
Why don't we just pack up all our things and go home? Theresa called today. He told me what happened in the lounge. He said to call him when you're feeling better. Come to bed, darling. Please.
Susie, you were right. Overwork, too much stress. It has to be that. Will you forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive, is there?
I love you, Susie.
Come to bed. Something I haven't told you. I wasn't going to, but I can't seem to keep to myself any longer. I saw what you wrote on the card.
Yes. Exists. Theresa.
Someone you once heard of, through a friend, perhaps? Or someone you know and have met?
I don't know.
Please don't fight my questions, Mr. Hunter.
I don't know! Korea.
He was in the army in Korea.
Is that where you met Theresa? In Korea?
I never met Theresa.
But you do know her.
Yes. No.
Which is it, Mr. Hunter?
I don't know!
Oh, come on now, come on now. You're holding back on me. You do know Theresa.
No!
I insist that you do.
No!
Then why this? Mr. Hunter, look at it. It says here quite clearly, does it not? I love Theresa. Doesn't it? Does it not say that?
Yes.
And you wrote this?
Yes.
Then why? Why write this about a woman you do not know?
Because I do know her. Of course I do. She's my wife.
Diagnosis of Brad. Mentally unstable.
I'm afraid so. You noticed he seemed reluctant to speak about his war experiences. I wonder, could there be a connection?
How? That was nearly 20 years ago. And it was in Korea, not Europe. How could there be a connection?
Yes, as you say.
Well, good morning. About time, lazy bones. Hey, I don't know what that doctor gave me, but whatever it was, it sure did the trick. I feel 100.
Morning, sir. Lovely day.
Morning. Yes, it is. Lovely day.
Your paper, sir.
Oh, thank you. Mr. Traska? Oh, good morning. Brad Hunter. Yes, much better, thank you. That's why I'm calling, to apologize for yesterday. Yes. Well, I'm afraid I was very much under the weather.
Mr. Hunter. Mr. Hunter.
There you are, sir. Some Puglia Towers.
Wait for me. You don't think this is the ramblings of a demented mind?
Do you?
No.
Well, then let's start with 3 assumptions, shall we? That you are quite sane, that I know my job, and together we might come up with a logical answer.
Would you like a drink, mister?
Thank you. Bourbon.
Bourbon?
I've spent an awfully long time with the Americans, and my palate has been... You left here in a hurry. To go where?
I went to an apartment block. St. Pelia Towers, apartment 42.
I heard what happened. How is he?
Oh, cuts, abrasions, badly bruised. Nothing serious, thank God, but he could have been killed.
I understand they haven't found the driver yet.
No.
But you were there?
Yes?
And you saw the driver?
I don't know. I don't think so. It happened so quickly.
And conveniently.
Are you suggesting it could have been deliberate?
It's those tiny, tiny ripples that eventually erode the whole bank. Well, I made some more fruitful inquiries. The Ferngate College.
You've located such a place?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, in the county of Hampshire.
And?
Well, unfortunately, it was burned to the ground some 20 years ago. Most of the records with it. Therefore, there is no way of knowing if Charles Mello was educated there. But...
Why, he asked for Theresa, or what else he might know. You're worse than a fool, Bannerheim. You're dangerous.
Please, when I saw this, I didn't know what to do.
Why send him away? Why not ask him in, find out what he wanted?
I panicked. Yes, I confess it. I panicked. I'm rusty. Well, we all are. Well, you very well know we haven't had an assignment in years. Nobody has asked for Theresa in years. Nobody since you, in fact. Almost 20 years.
Yes, I was the last. There will be no more incidents, though. This must be handled with kid gloves. So, curb Sagar's homicidal tendencies for the moment. At least till we know more about Hunter. Get me a drink. We may eventually get some action, though, Bannerheim. Like the old days, eh?
I was young in the old days. I don't want them anymore.
All these years, and you still forget. No.
Well, maybe the walk will clear my head. Maybe I'll come up with something.
We have just received an answer. There is nothing known on Bradley Hunter.
And? Well, they didn't leave it there, did they?
They are deeply interested, of course. We are to keep them informed.
They're sending someone over?
No, we are to handle it ourselves.
I see.
If you were to speak to them, you could persuade them to send someone. This game is not for us anymore. It's been too long. We are all of us out of practice.
Some of us, Bannerheim, not all of us. We'll have to bring Hunter in.
Bring him in.
And talk to him, my dear chap. Ask him a few pertinent questions, and perhaps a few impertinent.
It has gone over to all figure numbers. Before that, you dialed letters and figures. If you wanted Grosvenor, for instance, you dialed GRO, then the number. Waterloo was WAT. It's very, very recent. You see, even this hotel hasn't got around to changing its phones yet. Do you see?
I don't see it.
Well, spell Theresa for me. Well, come along, spell it.
Theresa.
7 letters. And the London call has 7 digits. Call Theresa. Theresa.
Hello?
Oh, hello. I'd like to speak to Theresa, please.
I beg your pardon.
I'd like to speak to Theresa, please.
I'm sorry.
Remember.
Do ride, Mr. Hunter.
Yes, but not in clothes like these.
Paid for with your credit card. Plumwoods. Who recommended that you go there?
Go where?
Plumwoods. It's the most exclusive.
But I recognized him right away.
Recognize him?
That man is Charles Merrow. That man is me.
Take us back to the hotel, driver.
Put your trust only in animals. Only dumb animals. They will never betray you. All right, I'll be down directly. I'm too old for this. Too old.
That's what triggered me. Susie! 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 Your wife is in good hands, Mr. Hunter, and will remain so as long as you cooperate. Who are you? Nice and quietly, Mr. Hunter, please. Where is my wife? What? You know the situation, Mr. Hunter. I want to see my wife. I'll take it.
Brad. You don't mind if I call you Brad? That is your name, isn't it?
Yes. Bradley Hunter.
Good.
You remember calling on me at my apartment in St. Pelia Towers? You remember that, don't you?
St. Pelia Towers. Apartment 42.
Now, why did you call there, Brad?
Theresa. To see my wife, Theresa. Theresa.
You have something to tell me?
They sent me.
Who?
We met in Vienna.
Who are you?
I am Charles Merrow. I was born in Oxford, educated at Ferngate College. I have been well taught what to drink, smoke, where to...
That was my briefing. My exact briefing before I was sent to this country nearly 20 years ago.
Oh, hello. Mr. Edwards.
Yes, sir.
Matthew Webb.
Oh, how are
Yes,
you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Good.
Oh,
Very well.
I'm glad to hear it. Excellent. Mr. Edwards, teeny tiny problem. Charles Meadow.
Mr. Merrows.
Now, is he a customer of yours?
Oh, indeed he is, sir.
Yes, of course he is. Yes, I've heard him mention you many times.
Oh, Plumwood.
What? No, you personally.
Oh, I see.
Look, the fact is, Mr. Edwards, I'm supposed to be having dinner with him tonight.
Yes.
And it's terribly difficult, you see. I've mislaid his address.
Oh, it's Kensington.
No.
Sir.
No, not his address in town. The other one.
Oh, yeah, his country residence.
Yes,
sir.
out of town. Yes, that one. Look, I know you don't normally divulge info about your customers, but I wondered if you could...
Would his address be of some use
Yes,
to you,
indeed it
sir?
would be.
Yes, I do
What?
see your
Yes,
predicament,
extremely
sir.
embarrassing, yes.
Well, here we are, sir. It's the Gables Farm Stock.
Yes,
Bridge.
that's it.
Oh, did you get that?
Yes,
down,
fine,
sir?
thank you.
We must
Yes,
settle your
yes,
account
indeed.
soon,
Yes,
sir.
yes, we must.
It's
Yes,
been
bye.
long-
It's incredible. How could he know the briefing so thoroughly? And why wait so many years to use the information? We have to know, Bannerheim.
No.
We have to get on with it.
Another shot could kill him. And then you would learn nothing.
We're learning nothing anyhow. I'm ordering you, Bannerheim.
No. He was in Korea and he knows your face. Does that mean anything? No, please.
Korea. Tell me about Korea, Brad.
I was there. Infantry Division.
And a .38 through the kidneys, if not invariably fatal, can be excruciatingly painful. Now, I can't promise to hit a kidney at this range. The handgun is notoriously inaccurate. But I can promise to hit some part of your anatomy.
Whatever, anything.
Please don't mention the gun. It's a war souvenir. And I have no license for it. Or bullets.